All right, you're Nicholas Kopic. So, Mr. Kopic, I received an administrative hearing from probation and asking that we have a judicial review today because of your performance or lack of performance on probation.
Yes, ma'am.
When's the last time he was tested?
January the 4th, and he was positive for marijuana.
Right. So let's start with the test today. Let's see if they're still positive. Have you done anything since then?
No, ma'am.
Are you wearing a drug patch or anything like that? That wasn't required. Well, that's going to happen for sure. So it looks like, Mr. Kopic, that Ms. Jones asked you to do certain things, and you have said that you only have to do some things and not other things that she asked you to do.
No, ma'am. I did not say.
Okay, so did you submit to a mental health evaluation like she asked you
I did
to?
not submit to it.
So he lives in Warren, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
So a request for courtesy supervision was submitted to this county.
Okay.
And he did not report because he was in Oklahoma working without permission. So the officer there tried to explain to him the protocol and procedures for obtaining travel permission to work out of state.
Right.
And he did not follow through with that. So they rejected supervision. So we scheduled him for an administrative hearing. He reported on January 4th of this year.
Okay, gotcha.
And that's when all the other issues were developed. When he did tell us that there's only certain conditions that he has to comply with.
Okay. I mean, she's right here. So what you said, you said. I trust Ms. Jones that she's not going to stand here and make something up about someone. Here's the thing about probation, Mr. Kopic. You're on probation for a third-degree felony offense. That's very serious. You could go to prison for up to 10 years. Right now, really, all they have to do is file a motion to revoke probation because you've already violated, and I can send you to prison for 10 years for a violation. You don't get to pick and choose what you think you need or don't need while you're on probation. You may not think you need certain things. If probation says they want something done, then my order is for you to do it, right? I don't want to have to stand here like you're a child every time and say, you have to do what she says. I told you already, you have to do what they say. You're not going to get any other warnings about that. What's happened because you haven't done that now is that the other county didn't accept a courtesy supervision. That just makes it harder on you.
Miss Jamie Glosson was trying to make me quit my job. Judge, if I don't have a job, how am I going to pay my bill?
Well, and here's the thing. No one wants you to quit a job, but you have to have permission. We have to know where you are. We have to know what you're doing, what your job is, and you have to provide actual verification, not just I'm doing this and I have to go. So no one, I don't know this other probation officer, but it would surprise me a lot if she just wanted you to quit your job, right? Nobody wants you to quit. Everybody on the people that are probation officers are there not to put people in prison. They're there to help people get better so that they don't go to prison.
Yes, ma'am. I did not video it, but I did hear Jamie Glosson say you cannot go to work.
Well, she might have said you cannot go to Oklahoma. And so here's the thing. You can't go to Oklahoma unless you have permission. So she probably did say that, but you have to go through the proper channels. Ms. Jones is here now. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to order anything other than what she says she thinks you need, right? If that's an evaluation of some sort to see if there's something that can help you be successful, then you're going to do the evaluation and you're going to follow any treatment. If it's getting a job where you don't travel out of state, then you find a job where you don't travel out of state. It's just that simple.
The company I work for is trying to make it to where I can work at the shop in Vienna
Good.
and go from Warren to Buena instead of on the travel.
But you've got to still have permission to go wherever it is, right?
Yes,
Because now, at this point, your probation's Jefferson County.
yes, ma'am.
So you're going to have to report here because you didn't take care of what you want. Maybe they can resubmit it. I don't know. But for now, you're going to be working with Ms. Jones. You're going to have to make those trips here. You're going to have to remain in the state unless you have permission and follow all of her rules. Because her rules are my rules. Do you understand? Ms. Jones, is there anything? I want a drug patch for sure. So you're going to get a drug patch and those are something you have to change every 2 weeks. If that drug patch comes back positive and continues to come back positive with marijuana or anything else, you're going to be back in here looking at going to prison. It's just that simple,
Yes, ma'am.
right? Anything else that you can think of, Ms. Jones?
When I leave here, I will be doing GE.
You leave here, you're going to be doing everything you're supposed to be doing, and you're going to provide verification of it. So you can't just say I'm doing it, right? You print something out, you give her the verification, you email her, whatever it is that she says. Verification is as important as you doing it, because you just saying it, as much as we'd like to believe everyone, we have to have verification in writing of some sort that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Okay? All right. Anything
Thank
else?
you.
Thank you. All right. At this point, I don't know. When's he coming to see you again? Yeah, let's do one today. Let's see where it is. And that way, kind of have some, it should be going down. So y'all can do the quantitative instead of just the positive.
So you have to land today.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's make sure it's going down. Okay. Thank you. Mr. Rojas, you have a Lupe Gamez, cause number 23 DCCR 0319. I don't think it's in that stat. Good morning. We've got him, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, you're Lupe Gamez?
I'm known as Rebecca.
Okay. What is your last name, Lupe?
Ms. West, I should have been in disrespect. I'm challenging you according to 22 United States Code 611 as a foreign agent.
Okay, well, this is state court, not federal court, and you can challenge, here you go, let's just listen. You can challenge whatever you want, but we're going to move forward with your case with or without your cooperation. And
the jurisdiction?
I'm sorry?
The jurisdiction of this court?
What about it?
What jurisdiction is this court operating in?
The Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. Yeah. So stop talking, Mr.
What jurisdiction this court is operating in?
This is cause number 23 DCCR 0319. Mr. Gomez, don't speak over me.
Proving that I am dead, I'm also ordering you to bring the bonds forward to see who's going to indemnify me.
Are you saying you're dead? Is that what you just said?
Are you going to bring the bonds forward to see who's going to indemnify me?
I'm going to take care of the court the way I take care of court. You're not in charge here. I am. And so,
You're
Mr.
a foreign agent.
Well, I'm really
invoking judicial powers according to the 11th Amendment.
okay. So, Mr. Rojas,
Mr. Gomez indicated to me that he was not going to accept a plea in this case.
Sure.
I signed up on the tablet. He refused to sign. He wanted to have this hearing in front of court. So
sure.
we can.
So, what is the offer? Let's go through. It's the charge is evading arrest or detention with previous convictions from August 29th of 2022. The indictment alleges that Mr. Gomez was previously convicted of evading arrest October 9th of 2002. And then after that was final, was convicted February 10th of 2009 with the offense of evading arrest. And after that was final, convicted April 15th of 2011 of evading arrest. And what that means is a state jail felony that the range of punishment is between 6 months and up to 2 years in a state jail prison if convicted by a jury. And what is the offer that's been made?
So 1 year state jail, Judge.
And so, Mr. Gomez, the state has made an offer if you wanted to enter a plea of guilty for a 1 year term in the state jail prison. You have every right to refuse that and have a jury come in and determine whether or not you're guilty and what your punishment would be. And is that what you want? Do you want to have a jury trial?
I will understand the proceedings and I don't consent to the proceedings.
Okay, what do you not understand?
You haven't disclosed the nature and the cause of the accusation again.
What?
You have not disclosed the nature and the cause of the accusation.
I just did. The nature and the cause of the accusation against you is that on August 29th of 2022, it's alleged that you intentionally fled from Chad Morrison, a person, don't talk over me, a person that you knew was a peace officer. That's the allegations against you. So if you say you did not do that on,
I'm not going to into it.
you're not going to, okay, so we'll get a jury set up, and what we'll do is Mr. Rojas handles a lot of cases for me as a court-appointed attorney. What I can do is release him and appoint another attorney today who can begin preparation for trial a little quicker. Is that okay with you? Are you not going to answer that?
I still don't understand the proceedings.
Okay, well, we've explained them to you. And what I'll do also, since you're saying you don't understand the proceedings, is I'm going to have Mr. Gomez evaluated for competency to stand trial. If you'll get that order done, Mr. Gomez will have someone come out to see you to do an evaluation to see if you're competent and whether or not you understand the proceedings. Mr. Rojas, you are released, and we will appoint another attorney today to begin preparation for trial, and we'll get a jury as quick as we can. You can go back with the bailiff. All right, are you Jasmine Stevens? And will your client waive, what are we doing on this one? Just going through the motion?
Well, there is an agreement to continue her.
Oh, okay.
Place her on zero tolerance.
Then let's go through that motion. Ms. Stevens, would you please raise your right hand? You swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Thanks. You can put your hand down. So, Ms. Stevens, in cause number 37887, I have a motion to revoke your unadjudicated probation. Shows that you were placed on probation August 29th of 2022 for the offense of aggravated robbery, and that was a 10-year deferred probation. Is that right?
Yes.
It says here that you violated your probation. Count 1 alleges that you didn't report like you were supposed to the Harris County Probation Department May 23rd and June 29th of 2023. And is that true or not true?
True.
Count 2 alleges that you didn't report to the Jefferson County Probation Department October 10th, December 12th of 2022, and August 8th of 2023. And is that true or not true?
True.
Count 3 alleges that you didn't report by mail when you were supposed to the Jefferson County Probation Department February, March, and April of 2023. Is that true or not true?
True.
Count 4 alleges that you didn't report your change of address, employment, or marital status or any arrest when you were supposed to. Is that true or not true?
True.
Count 5 alleges that you didn't provide verification of performing the community service hours as required. Is that true or not true?
True.
Count 6 alleges that you didn't complete the mental health evaluation and follow the recommendations of that. Is that true or not true?
True.
Count 7 alleges that you didn't provide verification of participating in an education program for your GED. Is that true or not true?
True.
Count 8 alleges that you failed to provide verification of completing the theft prevention class. Is that true or not true?
True.
Count 9 alleges that you failed to avoid association with your co-defendant, Lanique Malone, and that you were with her around February 6th of 2023. Is that true or not true?
True.
Count 10 alleges that you are behind in your restitution amount to the victim in the amount of $11,258.47. Is that true or not true?
True.
Count 11 alleges that you failed to provide verification of entering and successfully completing the MRT program. True or not true?
True.
Count 12 alleges that you're behind in your court-assessed fees. Is that true or not true? Enter your pleas of true to counts 1 through 12, freely and voluntarily.
Yes.
Judge, if I'm mad, I could sense the hesitation in you reading that motion, and Ralph has some recommendations for Jasmine to try to
Okay.
get that restitution paid, and he thinks, and I'll defer to him, that if she's back here in Jefferson County, he can work with her and address all of those different things to get her on the right track. She's in the same position that the young man we had earlier is in, and that her co-defendant got 25 years for the aggravated robbery, and she and Lanique Malone have been given this opportunity, and if they're back, I'm going to be asking for the same thing for them. So he thought maybe the chance,
Is there
Yeah.
anything you can add for the court?
But just place on a high, medium, risk caseload and maybe just have, a more direct, Jefferson County versus, moving to Harris County.
So Jasmine, where will you be living if I let you do this?
I actually don't have nowhere to stay in Jefferson County. That's why they transferred me to Houston, because my mother moved to Houston. She was staying out here with her spouse.
So yeah, from my conversation tonight, when I've asked Jasmine, is there any family out here? And she says all of her family is in Harris County.
So when you was in Harris County, you weren't living with your mother at the time you was living there?
I was with my aunt, and
You was who?
my aunt that you were speaking with, my aunt.
Judge. You was who?
My aunt. It was the room and my aunt.
I get the feeling that you're not being honest right now. And let me tell you, hang on a second. All right? Because when we started this whole process just a minute ago, raise your right hand, right, to tell the truth. And if you lie right now in this court proceeding, it's a felony, another felony.
Well, I'm being honest. When I first got released, I was with the co-defendant, but towards the end, I was not with the co-defendant. We
So-
split up and went separate ways.
Here's the thing. You're not going to be able to leave Jefferson County. If I'm going to go along with this, you got to figure out how to find a place. And I know that's difficult, and I don't want you to be homeless, but I'm not going to allow you to be under anyone else's supervision other than mine with this man right here, because he's the one saying that he's willing to help you and work with you. And so that's an issue. If you can't find that and do that, then we have a problem. I mean, because if I do this, it's going to be obviously on the high medium caseload, and it's going to be 0 tolerance, which means one violation gets you back in here with a whole lot of prison time that you probably should have gotten in the beginning. So I don't know how to handle that, honestly. Mr. Burrell, do you want me to maybe reset it just for a short time to see what other what options there are for her here that you can look into and talk with her again?
Or could I go, if it's Jefferson County, could it be Port Arthur?
Yeah.
Yes.
I have my aunt in Port Arthur, 3500 Turtle Creek. Where was it first?
Why don't we do this? I want you to check on that, if you don't mind, sir, and just make sure that's an appropriate place before we all work that out and agree to it. And so let's just reset it for a couple of weeks. That'll give you some time to check into all the options. All right. You can go back with the bailiff.
And there it is, a courtroom moment that speaks louder than any verdict. Not just about broken rules, but about choices, responsibility, and the thin line between a second chance and a final consequence. You can hear it in the judge's tone. This isn't punishment, it's a warning, one that won't come twice. Some listened, some resisted, and some stood on the edge of losing everything. Because in the end, probation isn't freedom, it's trust. And trust, once broken, is hard to rebuild. So the question remains, when given one more chance, will they rise or fall?